Hey, it's your boy Bobby Beast. I want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is, will Ghost be empowered? Book 4 Force Season 2. When it comes down to it, I thought Ghost would have ended up in Power Book 4 Force Season 1. Tommy did mention him, thought about him, had flashbacks of New York at the very beginning of the series, as we saw in that scene where he got in a car accident, pulled out and drove out and kept going to Chicago. But at the end of the day, I thought Ghost would have at least made an appearance, like maybe a flashback in New York, maybe an encounter with one another, maybe Ghost appearing and talking to Tommy. When it comes down to it, I'm looking forward to this character being there, and he will eventually show up there. I mean, he's vital to the story. Ghost is vital to every single spinoff that has been existing in the Power universe. The reason why Power Book 2 Ghost exists is because it's a sequel to Power. The reason why Raising Kanan exists is because of the story of Breeze, Ghost, and Kanan. That's why it exists. And even though we were expecting the story of Breeze, Ghost, and Kanan, we got something more, and hopefully it's leading into that story that we always wanted. The reason why Force exists is because it's a sequel to Power. So like, we got 2 sequels and a prequel and potentially another spinoff that will come either in the form of Tate's influence or London. And personally, I think London will be Obi's story. But basically, when it comes down to it, will Ghost show up in Season 2? It only makes sense for Ghost to show up in Season 2 because most definitely Tommy is his brother, and Ghost played such a big part in Tommy's life that Ghost would have to show up to some degree. Now, in Season 1 of Book 4 Force, Ghost is mentioned several times. Again, flashbacks at the very beginning, the conversation between Tommy and Liliana, and even a conversation between Tommy and D-Loc, where he spoke about a guy he knew, a kid he knew, that always kept their face in the book, very smart, could put things together. Then he's told, then he said to D-Mac that he got caught up in the same life I was in and that he's dead right now. The only person that makes sense to add that up is Ghost, even though I know some people thought that Tommy was talking about Tariq because, of course, D-Mac is his nephew, Tariq is his nephew. He's going to look at it like that, but no, he was talking about Ghost. Even Tasha mentioned how Ghost was when he was young, saying that Ghost would always be reading, he would always be different, he's articulate. The reason why he's as good as he is because he was always about business, he was about money, he was about numbers. So these are things that Tommy and Tasha said about Ghost. But when it comes down to it, Ghost's appearance in Season 2 of Book 4 Force. Now, a lot of us are believing that Ghost is most definitely alive. And if there was anybody who Ghost would reveal himself to first, it would dominantly be Tommy. So if he is alive and he makes a return appearance, it would be Tommy that he would reveal himself to first, or it would be really more impactful if he reveals himself to Tariq first. That's the real one everybody wants. People want that reunion between him and Tariq. The reunion between him and Tommy, people would love to see. Him showing up at Tasha to see Yasmin, people would love to see, but the Tariq reunion is the one people really want. They want that reunion. However, when it comes down to it, we will see. Like, we as Power fans miss the Ghost character so much that we would even accept him as a ghost or an imaginary appearance if we had to. But I was leaning, me personally, more towards a flashback that would play maybe during Book 1 or before Book 1, between Tommy and Ghost, where they're just having a conversation with one another, and Tommy either is dreaming or he was just remembering it. So that's something I was leaning more towards. So I would love to see Ghost make an appearance in Power Book 4 Force Season 2, because it would make sense for his character to show up. This is something I would like to see, something you guys would like to see. We'll see how everything plays out whenever it happens. But I just want to say to all of you that it is your boy Bobby Beast here. I just want to say much love, much respect, hold it down, and one. Peace.